Well, we're right here in the middle of the San Pablo Baylands, and that's just this huge network of wetlands and farm fields that stretches from Marin through Sonoma over to Napa and Solano counties. The reason that we're standing here at all is that there was the casino development proposed on this property. And so with the threat of that development out here, the Land Trust took the lead working with lots of partners, primarily the County Agricultural Preservation and Open Space District, to raise $20 million and just purchase these properties and protect them from development permanently. And there are so many reasons why you'd want to do that. In general, wetlands provide a lot of flood protection and erosion protection. They buffer infrastructure like the rail line here and the highway from tidal flooding. They improve water quality by filtering the water that comes down from the watershed in some of our protected properties further up the hill. They also provide a place for recreation and education. But the number one reason that really drives a lot of these projects is you had that 95% loss of habitat for some endangered species, or what are now endangered species. So by restoring the habitat that those critters need to survive, you basically have a shot at removing them from the endangered species list.
The Open Space District was really created by the people of Sonoma County. They voted to tax themselves in order to create open space and to purchase lands that would be used for public use. And actually, over the last 15 years, we've been able, through conservation easements and purchase of public lands, to protect over 70,000 acres in Sonoma County.
Were it not for the partnership with the Open Space District, with the State Coastal Conservancy, with the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation, I think that this area very well could have been developed.
This is a really great example in my mind of what a partnership should be about.
We still have some large parcels that are able to be protected all at once rather than having to piecemeal individual. And this effort in preserving the Sonoma coast is far from over.
I would invite people who have not yet had the opportunity to enjoy our open spaces and trails and public places to go back to the East Coast and travel 400 miles without any access to the beach at all, where it's all private property. I think that in California, and particularly in Sonoma County, we put a premium on being able to have the coast and the beaches and open space available to all the people and not just the few that can afford them.
Fresh, clean, unpolluted water whenever you turn on the tap. It's something we all depend on and expect, a hallmark of advanced civilization. Unless you have a private well, your water probably comes from one of the many streams and rivers that run through the hills and valleys of Sonoma County. Those streams and rivers in turn pass through forests, vineyards, cities, and farms on their way to the ocean. What the water picks up along the way can be harmful to both the fish and birds that live in and on the water, as well as those who drink it. In this next segment, we will look at ways in which the Sonoma County Agricultural and Open Space District's preservation of critical watersheds help keep the basic promise that the water coming out of your tap is clean and safe for you and your family.
Projects that are really worthwhile a lot of times take a lot of time and effort and incredible resources.
Clean water is a resource not just for textbooks and not just for news blips, but really is important for kids, it's important for wildlife, it's important for people.
Water, people, and fish are going to be forever linked in this county. Fish are an indicator species in our watersheds, meaning they're at the top of the food chain within our watersheds. And if fish go bad, the rest of the watershed is probably not doing very well.
Well, about 20 years ago, a group of 6 of us came together here, and at that time this creek was just a flood control channel. Very little life to it. It had been altered radically since it was a functional, lively, thriving creek.
Some of the challenges that the district and the city faced in restoration and development of the park along the Santa Rosa Creek included numerous permitting agencies, regulatory permits that were necessary to restore the creek and provide the public access improvements. The Prince Gateway Park was a former gas station site, so it had contamination issues. So there were several years of remedial cleanup that needed to occur before the site could be developed as a park accessible to the public.
I think that the Open Space District has played the key role in this project because they have given a substantial amount of money to restore the creek, buy this piece of land where the park is, and pay for the park amenities. Without the Open Space District, we would not have been able to complete this project. Along the creek, there are bike paths that go all the way from here to the Laguna, about 6 miles. On one side is a paved path, on the other is an unpaved path where even people can ride horses. This connects to other bike trails as well. It connects to the Joe Rodota Trail, which goes out to Sebastopol and then out to Forestville. It connects to other neighborhoods in northwest and southwest Santa Rosa. So this is a huge part of our bikeway system.
One of the things I think that's really important about this stretch of creek is that it's, in some ways, the only wildness that the 180-odd thousand people that live in Santa Rosa can experience on a daily level. Most people don't know that just 9 miles upstream, this creek starts at the headwaters of Sugarloaf Ridge State Park. And up there, it's beneath towering alders and Doug fir. There's mountain lion, there's golden eagles, there's osprey. Steelhead and salmon pass through on dark winter nights, which is when these 20 and 30-pound steelhead and in some places 40 and 50-pound king salmon cross through Santa Rosa in the dead of night to head up into the mountains just above town so they can spawn.
This project, which the Open Space District funded, is benefiting the lives very directly of people. It's creating a park, it's created bike trails, and it's helping us revitalize our downtown.